Now, this message definitely going to be for somebody that's intuitive, okay? Because I feel like only intuitive people would truly understand what it is that I'm talking about.
You're about to receive the very things that they tried to keep blocked from you.
6 planets aligned straight in a row last night, and everybody's talking about a timeline shift. And one of the biggest things that I saw that really hit was the universe has officially drawn a line in the sand. Earth has split. New Earth and old Earth, okay? And for those of you out there who are like, oh my God, freaking the hell out, like, what does this mean? It's an energetic thing, okay? And you have had a lot of time to make the choices that you need to make to start walking the path into becoming a being of new earth, okay? And what it feels like energetically right now, I'm talking to a lot of people who are talking about it's a lot of death, like a lot of purging, a lot of dying. I want to remind everybody that not every single being on this earth is here to awaken. They're not, okay? And that's not your business. Your business is to focus on you, okay? Is to grow, is to evolve. Even though I'm moving through a very challenging time right now, went through an experience this week that was extremely traumatizing, and I am moving through a lot of layers right now. It has allowed me to see a lot that I needed to see within myself. And it's painful, but also, okay, this is what the fuck we're doing. Okay, so the longer you sit here and you stay a victim, and the longer you bitch and complain about like what you're experiencing, the more suffering you will be creating for yourself. See what you are experiencing as an opportunity to grow, to learn what you need to learn. Okay, and there are levels to your evolution. There are grades to your evolution. This new earth, old earth split is not about division or separation. Okay. Everything is what it is. It just is. So when you sit there and you're judging, right, and you think that you're superior than people of like the old earth, and that's the shit that you gotta fucking heal, okay? Because that is old earth. Old earth is separation. Old earth is division. New earth is oneness. It is coming to the knowing within yourself that we are one, whether you're on the old earth or not. It's just a choice. And this split, this line in the sand that the universe has drawn, it is here. It's here. It has split. Okay. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to still see people on the other side, right? For those people who will choose to get eaten alive by the fear, that's the reality they will experience. For those people who will choose to go into the fear and alchemize that shit, that's the reality they will experience. All of it is perfect. So sit with yourself, open. All these planets that lined up, Neptune, Venus, Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus, they're all here to show you things like, where are you still not showing up responsibly? Where are you still not stepping up into the warrior that you're meant to be? Where are you still getting lost in all of the chaos? And where are you still not rising? Look and sit and open up to all of those parts. This is the path of a warrior. If you want easy, this path is not for you. Okay?
You're able to see people differently than how you used to see them before. 9 times out of 10, at the beginning of your life, before your journey really came to be, you was the type of person that was just believing the best in everybody. You was the type of person that, even though people have shown you so many strikes as to why they should be eliminated from your life, but you kept forgiving them because you was moving with your, your loving heart energy or whatever. Okay, cool. Most of the time when you was doing that, you didn't know that people was having secret meetings behind your back. You didn't know a lot of stuff that people was planning on you. You didn't know people was stealing money from you. You didn't know people was just, you know what I'm saying, stealing energy from you the way they was doing. A lot of y'all was being robbed blind. But a lot of the hurt, the betrayals, the finding out of these things is where like the growth for you began. Because you had to really start seeing that the people that you really thought was great, you had to see that was all your imagination. A lot of times, your fantasy about a person, the way you think about a person, if you resonate with this message, is much better than the reality that they're showing you. And with that being said, You created these scenarios in your mind, and the divine was like, oh no, baby, you much too powerful. I need to shatter that for you so I can show you not only them, but I'm going to show you people like this, types of people. Because like I told y'all before, a lot of the stuff that you were going through, it was to prepare you, but it was also to show you what's out here. See, a lot of intuitive people are very introverted people. They like to keep their energy away, whether they like to stay at home or they just like to keep their energy to themselves, or they don't like to stick around anything that's too draining for them because you too sensitive to it, right? So with all that being said, went through all of these different things, and you realize like, bro, people was really playing in my face type of energy. As you got older, as you got wiser, as you got more experienced, you started to develop intuitive ability, and you found that the more you started trusting and leaning into what was being said to you without any verbal confirmation, it started to build that strength within you intuitively. Then you started discovering manifestation, and you get this ability because at some point you're going to end that cycle of constantly being around those who don't mean you well. Yeah, we know that they get karma eventually, but the key is don't get got if you ain't got to get got. You feel me? So, like I said, for the intuitive people, you now have people that are afraid to come near you because of what you know. So some of y'all, you had to move on without closure and apologies. You had to move on without people even validating you, letting you know, yeah, I was wrong. But these people still watch you though. They still watch you. They want to talk to you. They like your glow up. They like your level up. But some of them, they don't like it at all and still are plotting on ways to come against you. But again, this is the reason why. Because the divine was like, my loved one is too intuitive, or they have this ability that they're not even aware of because of what they're going through, because of what they've been through, but I'm using it to develop you. So now you're in this phase where you're able to be developed. But I'm just here to tell you, you may not get those apologies and those recognitions from those people, but they will come from other people. And it's all based off of what you've been through and how you built your skills up thus far to be able to see things. You see clearly now, but you didn't before.
You are the person that they did not want you to become. I keep hearing it's your justice season, and I'm praying this word reaches who is supposed to hear this today, because God keeps putting Isaiah 30 heavy on my heart, where the Lord is a God of justice. Blessed are all that wait for him. Someone doesn't want me to get this word out. You've been waiting. You've been waiting a long time. You have really had to fight through so much pressure, so much opposition. People have tried to block not only your blessings, but they've tried to block you from becoming who you were meant to be. It's taken a lot of work for you to realize that you cannot trust everyone, and not everyone has had your best interest in heart. Not everybody has truly been supporting you like maybe they said they were. But you know the truth now. You have a peace. You have an inner peace because of your walk with God, and because He has shown you. He's shown you the truth. You know who's truly in your corner now. This is your justice season. And things that people have blocked from you for so long are being returned. Opportunities that should have been yours, funds that should have been yours, homes that should have been yours, relationships that should have been yours. There's so much that should have been yours. I think you have people stunned. I think you have people shocked because they thought they were going to be able to block you forever. But you're free now, honey. You're free to fly. And in this season of your life, that's what you're going to be doing. I am praying this word reached you was supposed to hear this today. People have tried so hard to keep you down, and not just one, but many. A whole army may have come against you, but they did not win. They may have thought they were going to be able to block you forever. They may have thought you were going to stay hidden forever. And they are truly shocked to see you out there now, shining so brightly, knowing who you are, standing in your power, standing in your faith. This is your justice season. People may have gotten away with things for years, but no more of that. Everything that you deserve is on its way to you. And I need you to trust and believe that. You know you haven't been through all this for nothing. And you know that you are truly different right now today than you were back then. You have evolved. You have grown. You are a beautiful soul. Everything that's on its way to you is a reflection of how beautiful you truly are. So keep going. You got this.
These three beautiful young women right here gave me a powerful experience the other day. With all these planets lining up as we're seeing for the next month or so, there's quite a strong electromagnetic and influential force that's coming through the Earth and our lives, and especially for those of us who are sensitive. And it doesn't matter if you do or do not believe in God or a God or the divine or divinity or in the universe as a whole or not. It truly doesn't matter. Some of us are here to believe. Some of us are abstract, while others are simply here to know. They are rooted within individuality, and others still are rooted in logic, which is very different. The opinions are very different from the beliefs, which are very different from the individual knowing. These are circuits within the human genetic structure that move energy through our chakras. You know, I came from yoga. In my deepest youth, I learned a lot from the New Age, and then I found yoga, and I discovered I could take care of myself with a nice deep breath, a good stretch, and some exercise. I learned that by paying attention to my awareness, paying attention to my breath, paying attention to my diet, paying attention to my movement, and paying attention to my stillness, these 5 factors of yoga, that I could take care of myself and I could prepare for what's to come. For me personally, I truly believe in this notion of the new earth and that there is no time like the present. We are at the very peak of human history, and there's never been a time like this before. When we look back, all we see are dark ages. We see war, we see brutality, we see the not self. And when I look forward, what I see is beauty. What I see is love. What I see is compassion. What I see is the willingness to work together in truth. And I also see a lot of pain and suffering. You know, not everyone is going to make it. Not everyone is here to wake up. Not everyone is here to achieve the highest consciousness they possibly can in this life. And that's okay. Life has room for us all. There is no need to judge others as superior or inferior. We are all merely here to reflect consciousness through ourselves, to interpret the stream of neutrinos coming from the sun, and to develop a sense of self. And as one develops that sense of self, it is transcendental. It goes beyond our limited individual personal egos. It goes beyond survival of the fittest. This is the transcendental self of which each and every one of us are merely a part of. There is no way to be separate. There is an infinity of illusions and holograms demonstrating separation, and yet that's all it is. It's a hologram. It's an illusion. It's a game we play for the purpose, ultimately, of developing self-reflected consciousness. This is the game of life. This is the game of God incarnating into the world. It happens through each and every one of us. And when I say God, this is divinity. This is the universe. And like I said, it doesn't matter if you believe or not. As far as I'm concerned, the logic is sound. If you and I can sit here and have a conversation, and we can be conscious, we can develop ourselves, then I say it is foolish and arrogant to imagine the totality of the entire universe, this infinity in which we find ourselves, is not also conscious. It seems a deep vanity and a deep profanity to imagine the consciousness of the totality doesn't exist. Nihilism? What a waste of time, as far as I'm concerned. How could life have no meaning when you use words containing meaning to say there is no meaning? How could life possibly have no meaning? Have you thought this through, nihilists? I don't think you have. And if you think you have, and yet you're still nihilistic, then I invite you to challenge me. Let me know in a comment down below. Send me an email. Whatever it takes, I'm open to have the conversation. I am open to debate. For you see, I am a logical being. And I'm a being who believes in the logic and my own individual knowing. In the process of trusting myself in this life, going beyond my own mental constructs, and trusting my body to make decisions for itself, I have developed awareness of my own transcendental self, the fact that my life goes beyond what I imagine. I could not possibly imagine the totality of my life. I believe no one can. I believe these meat suits, these bodies, these brains, and these minds, they're not advanced enough. They're not sophisticated enough to understand the whole picture. There are those who understand smaller pictures, and there are those who understand greater pictures, none of which are the whole picture. And in accepting that, personally, I find freedom. And it's the same freedom I wish upon you. So if you're enjoying this content, feel invited to like the video, to subscribe, to share it with your friends who might need to hear this message. And really, if you like this and you'd like to go faster rather than slower into the new earth, then I invite you to sign up for a membership here on YouTube. Joining the open source Sangha gives you access to discounted minimum donations on my private time, a massive discount, makes it easy to talk to me, and we can dive into whatever you need, whatever you like. You also get access to videos early. Members only videos are on the way, where I dive into the deepest of nuances. There are new foundations I am working on that I look forward to sharing with you all. And so some of that will be only for the members. And if you really want to dive deep, if you really resonate with the message I'm sharing, then I invite you to sign up and to reach out and to learn more. That's all for today. Wishing you a good one. Take care. Bye for now. If you have enjoyed the show and would like to learn more about how all of this applies specifically to you, then kindly refer to the link in this video's description, Private Consultation. Here, we can dive into all of the details together in a recorded call. May your signature vibration of satisfaction, success, peace, and surprise find you in a good way.